Hey guys, welcome to Twin Flame Truth TV. In today's episode, I'm going to discuss taking back your power and how it will instantly help you and cause you to feel better. In order to even do this, even try to do this, you really need to reconcile and understand and resonate with one simple, basic human truth, independent of the twin flame journey, human truth. And that is that no one and nothing outside of you, no one and nothing, can cause you to feel good or bad. You and you alone cause your own feelings. That's it. You are responsible for your feelings. No one and nothing else. And I'll get into a minute how that is specifically. But that's very important to understand. Because if you are blaming other people for how you feel, good or bad, or other things outside of you to make you feel good. For example, you're blaming your twin flame for leaving. That's why you feel like crap. Or when you're with your twin flame, you felt so good and you attribute that to your twin flame. Or even with other things like, you get a bunch of money, so you think that's making you happy. It's not. What causes you to feel anything, is your belief in your own thoughts. I'll say that again. What causes every single feeling you have is your belief in the thought about whatever it is you're attributing to your feelings. In other words, for example, an example I used, if you're feeling like crap since your twin flame left you and you're blaming your twin flame or not even blaming them in an angry sense maybe at this point, but just attributing the fact that you're heartbroken to the fact that your twin flame is not there physically with you, then that's putting that power of how you feel outside of you. That's putting it onto someone else. That's playing the victim. And that comes from a place of lack and scarcity. And lack and scarcity is what? It's a place of fear. It's where our fear-based energy resides. And we all know about our fear-based energy, especially on the twin flame journey, right? Because what are we if we are most likely watching this video right now? We are push fear-based energy, at least regarding our twin flame. But we have a push-pull fear-based relating pattern with everything or everyone in the physical world. Everyone does with everyone else, twin flame or not. It's just more intense with the twin flame because you and the twin flame are in the exact same frequency. But you still have that going on with everyone and everything else. And so what happens there is that with that fear-based energy, and again, it's way more pronounced with the twin flame because, it's addictive and it's very addictive to its drug of choice, which is the twin flame. But it can still have bits of addiction with anything else that makes it feel good or that it thinks makes it feel good. And so, that's why we attribute that we feel so good. We felt so good when we're with our twin flame, right? Because our fear-based addictive energy, our addict, our resident junkie, got a huge hit and fix off of its drug of choice. And that made it feel good because it made your energy surge up and feel excited or good or whatever. But why does your energy even feel that way? Because it has a belief. Remember, this energy controls your mind, and that's your beliefs and your thoughts, right? So it has the thought that, oh, here's the twin flame. And so you have a belief that there's a twin flame. Well, guess what? You have a belief that the twin flame being there is a good thing. Just like you have a belief that if your twin flame is not there, that that's a bad thing. And so it's your beliefs and your thoughts that cause you to either feel good or bad. But judging your thoughts as either good or bad is your push-pull fear-based energy. And regarding the twin flame, if you're watching this video, it's your push fear-based energy. But that's how any feeling is ever created regarding anything and anyone in your life. Any thought you have regarding something, you have a belief that that thought is either good or bad. And that judgment of good or bad is always fear-based, because there is no good or bad. There's no up and down. There's no hot and cold. There's no polarity and opposites in the realm of the soul, who you truly are in love energy. There's no judgment. Everything simply is, and everything simply is perfect, because everything is exactly as the way it's meant to be in every moment. Why? Because the universe has orchestrated all of this in every single moment, and the universe does not fuck up. And, if you think about that really, and like, who are we as mere humans with fear-based energy to judge anything that the universe is putting in our path right now as good or bad? So any of our thoughts that we have, if we judge them as good or bad, then we're going to feel likewise good or bad. That's how every feeling about everything is ever created, is regarding how you judge your beliefs in your thoughts. And so if you are like not realizing that, and you are, attributing your feelings to anyone or anything outside of you, then that's playing the victim, and that is giving your power away. Do you see how empowering this is? Once you really resonate with this, and you realize that, oh, I'm feeling bad. What's my thought? My thought is, oh, well, the twin flame isn't here. The twin flame ghosted me. The twin flame's with someone else. Well, inherently, if you're feeling bad about that, then that means your belief in those thoughts is bad. So what do we need to do? We need to change our belief in our thoughts. And regarding the twin flame journey, at least, there's one very quick, simple way to do this. And that is that anytime you have, you feel bad regarding the twin flame, any kind of bad feeling at all, whether it's anxiety, panic, depression, sadness, distress, whatever, if you feel any kind of bad feeling regarding your twin flame, then you know right away that whatever thought is you're having regarding that action of the twin flame, or whatever the twin flame is doing, or what you're thinking of, that you believe that is the content of that thought is bad, right? So when you're feeling bad, think, hey, what am I really feeling bad about? What is this thought that I'm having? Because sometimes, the feeling is so strong that it overwhelms even the thought. You don't even realize you're consciously having a thought. And sometimes thoughts are subconscious, right? So, because they've just thought them so much that they're just there. But, if you really stop, the next time you get a really bad feeling, and you're feeling bad or down or anything regarding the twin flame, and you ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Oh, because actually, I can't get over the fact that he or she is dating someone else. Say that's what your thought is, and you feel really awful about that. And it's fine you feel awful about that, because you believe that's bad. But we're going to change the belief. Okay, so my twin flame is with someone else right now. That makes me feel like shit. Well, that's because I'm believing that that's a bad thing. But guess what? That's not a bad thing. Remember, there is no good or bad. Everything just is. And yes, it's a thing. It may be a thing, but it may not be even true. Who knows? It could be real or it could not be real. But the point is that, you don't need to believe that that's a bad thing. Why? Because everything is exactly the way it's meant to be. The universe does not fuck up. Your soul does not fuck up. They are perfect. Okay, so, they can't mess up. So even if your fear-based addictive energy wants that drug of choice, that physical form of the twin flame right there, and it feels bad that it's not there, you need to understand that that's just judgment. That's not true. It's not a bad thing. That's something that you don't have something or someone, because it's perfect that where they are right now. Because why is it perfect? Regarding the twin flame journey, it's perfect that the twin flame isn't here right now with you if he or she is not, because you need this space. Your soul is working it out. The universe is working out for you to get this space to move along your journey. Because guess what? If the twin flame was there constantly, and if the twin flame kept coming in, and you kept communicating with the twin flame right now, guess what would happen? You would never progress along your journey. You'd be stuck in that cycle, that addictive cycle where, so many twin flames are stuck in, where the twin flame comes and goes out of their life, and every time takes another piece of their soul or heart with them, right? And it's a cycle, and it seems unbreakable. But if the twin flame's not there, be grateful. Just know that your soul and the universe have your back. They don't fuck up, and there's a reason for it. And I can tell you, for the twin flame journey, the reason is that it gives you the time and space necessary to do the energetic work so that the next time when your twin flame comes in, you are prepared and you are in charge and you are empowered and you have the power. And so you can choose to be with your twin flame for good. You don't have to be stuck in that back and forth, push-pull relating pattern or cycle with them anymore. And so there's a way whenever you have any bad feeling, and really about anything, not just the twin flame journey, to think about what is the thought behind this feeling, and then why do I think this is bad? It's not bad. It simply is. And just change your belief in it. Change your belief. Because as soon as you change your belief, you're going to feel good and peaceful. And, you know, I did mention, like, obviously, if you have your belief is good in the thought, but the thought is good, that, you know, you're going to feel good. And we all like to feel good. And that's fine and perfect in every other area of your life at this point. Now, regarding the twin flame, remember, we don't want to think good things regarding the twin flame anyway. We don't want to focus any of our thoughts on the twin flame, because that's all the push energy. And it's a push energy elsewhere as well. But with the twin flame, we can't have the push energy pushing good or bad. We need to be in balance, which is no judgment, good or bad. Balance simply is. And it's peace and it's calm. And when you do this, the instant you do this, you realize, hey, you know, I'm in charge of how I feel. That is my power about everything. I'm not going to let my twin flame determine how I feel. I'm not going to let this other person who, you know, cut me off or pissed me off determine how I feel. I'm not going to let the fact that, you know, I don't have as much money as I want determine how I feel. No, I'm not going to do any of that, because they can't do that, because it's all in a belief of my thoughts, my own thoughts, and my own beliefs in my thoughts. And as soon as I can change my beliefs in my thoughts, then I know that I have the power to control exactly how I feel, and no one else does. And then in that instance, you are empowered and you are free, and you feel instantly amazing and better, because you're no longer the victim. And yes, your push, fear-based, addictive energy loves to play the victim. Go into all of these like twin flame groups and everything. Everyone's like, you know, crying and bitching and commiserating, and it loves company. Misery loves company. That fear-based addictive energy, you know, it just loves to exacerbate its own problems and blame everything and everyone else but itself. And, you know, really play the victim. And what does that do, though? It gives your power away. And it's not even real, because no one else is causing you to feel anything, as I've just described. So I hope you guys put this into practice. And, you know, even with other things outside of the twin flame journey, even if you start small, because I know the twin flame journey, you know, that is the biggest feed of your fear-based addictive energy that it's ever had. And so it is more intense. But it does need to be done with the twin flame journey as well. But even if you just start with smaller things, and you will see. And I'll give you one more example how you can know that, you know, it's not anything in the external world that causes people to feel something. It's the people's belief in their thoughts about it themselves. And here's an example, a perfect example of this. Totally neutral example, okay? Not twin flame related, but here you go. So it's raining. Say it's raining, right? Well, guess what? The bride on her wedding day is going to feel bad about that. Maybe she thinks it's bad. She doesn't want rain on her wedding day. So she has it more, that rain she thinks is making her feel bad or giving her negative feelings. She feels bad regarding the rain because her belief that it's raining is bad because it's her wedding day. On the other hand, the farmer on the other side of town there's been a drought going on, say, and, you know, he's like been praying for rain. And so, you know, the rain, he thinks it's great. And so he feels awesome about the rain. It's the same thing, the same rain, the same exact thing is going on, but two different people, depending on what their beliefs of that rain is, feel two different ways. So it can't be the rain that causes them to feel their way they're feeling, right? It's all in their beliefs of their own thoughts about it. So I just hope that resonates with you. It is a very important lesson to learn of all of life, let alone the twin flame journey. But I mean, it's imperative in the twin flame journey to really get and resonate with that, because you need, in order to be with the twin flame, you need to come from a place of empowerment. You need to be in charge, and that's how you do it. And it also makes you feel amazing to be in that space. So Thank you for watching. If you want any help in dealing with this, or getting personal help on like what your thoughts might be, what your beliefs and your thoughts might be, if you have a hard time picking them out, because they are sneaky and they can be very sneaky and tricky to really identify at first, hit me up, and we can see if you're a good fit for one of my coaching programs. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great week. Lots of love.